It's the National Football League on EA Sports, and the wait is over for this rivalry game. It's the New York Giants and the Dallas Cowboys, and it's all up next.
We've been here so many times, and you still stand in awe at the size of this place. We're at AT&T Stadium. Welcome to Arlington, Texas. Joined by a former NFL quarterback up in the booth, Mr. Brock Heward. I'm Kate Scott, and Brock, you can brag if you'd like to, because I know you had quite the big arm in your days with the Huskies and the Seahawks in Seattle. Well, we've got a couple of quarterbacks here who also know how to push that football down the field.
Yeah, you got a couple QBs who are going to keep these defenses honest today, because the moment they get greedy in coverage or get too aggressive in the pocket, either of these quarterbacks can drop a dime, drop a deep throw right over him for big yardage, and maybe 6 points too.
Here's Graham Gano out for the opening kick. And here we go from AT&T Stadium. Here's Kevontae Turpin on the return. In pretty solid field position starting out here, Brock. He's tackled at the 29. So here come the Cowboys for their opening drive. Bringing them out is a Mississippi State fourth-round pick in 2016 who's found considerable success in this league, Dak Prescott.
I don't think I'm alone in this, Kate. To me, Dak is one of the easiest players to root for their success in the NFL. I think for me and for many others, well, it's based on all he's overcome, from tough playoff losses to significant injuries. But his leadership, his stats, his ability to play like an MVP in big moments, at his best, he really is all you could ever ask for.
Good rip on first down. That brings up 2nd and 2.
That's a run that you'll take the result in the NFL every time. A nice play, a solid game, but it's also a run that you know, and you may come back to, because if you were that close to breaking off an explosive one, you really break the backs of the defense.
And he's downed after getting this up to the 41. 3 yards there and enough to move the chains.
I don't know about you, Kate, but he sure made getting that first down look really easy. A lot easier than it's supposed to be for that defense, and I think they'll hear about it when they get to the sidelines.
First down, and they go right back to it. And it's a nice little chunk here, 6 yards. Micah McFadden able to make the play. Give him around 6. That's going to make it 2nd and 4.
The humble 5 to 6 yard gain on the ground. Not a huge gain, not a game-changing play by any means, but one that keeps you on schedule and takes some of the starch out of that front 7.
Working out of the gun, it's Prescott. Throwing deep for the end zone. And he will score. Touchdown, Dallas! The Cowboys take a 6-0 lead right away. So that right there, exactly what you're looking for in the opening drive of a game.
And these opening drives are tone setters. You come out flat, maybe you go 3 and out. Sometimes there's a carryover effect, Kate, but here they were sharp, they were crisp, and they grabbed the early lead.
Brandon Aubrey now on for the extra point. The point after splits the uprights. And the Cowboys will jump out to a 7-0 lead. Aubrey now to kick this one away. He fields it from the 8. Coverage team gets him down at the 26-yard line. So the Giants out and getting set for their first drive. And leading them out, someone playing at a high level over a decade after entering the league. He's got a Super Bowl to his name. It's Russell Wilson.
Kate, Russell Wilson's one of the NFL's most experienced quarterbacks. He's also one of the winningest quarterbacks, even with a couple bumps in the road in Denver. Remember, over that decade in Seattle with Pete Carroll and the Legion of Boom, there wasn't a quarterback that won more games in the history of the league over the first 10 years. 9 times to the Pro Bowl as well. Put a supporting cast around him. Give him a run game in the defense.
That's complete inside the 35-yard line. He does it. Touchdown, New York. The Giants finish off their opening drive. Malik Neighbors with a touchdown. He finds one of his great receivers, Brock, and they are off to a great start to begin this ballgame.
Yeah, it's such a positive offensively when you can go find not just a field goal, but a touchdown on that opening drive. And defensively, this starts to shake the foundation of your preparation and makes you wonder what's in store.
Graham Gano to tack on the extra point. Right down the middle, it's good. And the Giants respond with 7 of their own to tie it here early. Gano ready to send this away. Turpin with a return. They'll begin from the 36 as the return is brought down. The Cowboys and their running back about to get back to work. And he finds himself across an important benchmark for yards this season after that last drive. He stayed pretty busy this season, and the numbers show just that. 1st and 10, Prescott. Brought in by Jake Ferguson. And he'll be brought down a step or two shy of midfield. They're going to mark him at the 48. Pickup of 12 on that play. And it'll be 1st down, Dallas.
Well, that is pretty darn impeccable timing between the two. To hit a curl route of that length, it takes great anticipation and precision by the quarterback, and the receiver on the other end finishing it, doing his job.
It's incomplete. Risky throw to the sideline. They're lucky that defender didn't keep on going down the sideline there. It's going to be 2nd down.
Gosh, you could just almost feel his eyes up here, Kate, getting huge, right? He was envisioning the return, and he simply dropped it. Got to secure that pick before you think of anything else.
Again on 2nd and 10, Prescott. This ball's caught by Pickens. And this is through the midfield stripe and onto the Giants' side of the field.
This is one of those kind of win-win situations. Both sides feel good. As an offense, I get a completion. I get a win. As a defense, I keep everything in front of me. I make the tackle for a short gain. I get a win, too. Sometimes you can get to win-win.
Prescott now on 3rd down. Setting up the screen. And he's tackled with the 1st down yardage.
This dude's just simply got a nose for the marker no matter how they get him the ball, Kate. Hand it to him, and he sniffs out that 1st down. Get it to him on a screen, and it's no different. He surges ahead and keeps this drive moving.
1st and 10 from the 41. First down, here's Dak. Ferguson there to bring it in. And he gets this forward to the 19. They manage 22 on the rip and a 1st down.
You know I love those chunk completions. They're so critical. Those chunk plays, they lead statistically so often to scoring. And then when you get it to a tight end and play action, it's just a little icing on the cake.
He brings the offense up now for a 1st and 10. Here's the lone back on the handoff. And that's only 1 yard up the middle. Gonna be 2nd down.
I think one thing you learn, Kate, when you transition from college to the NFL, not every run is going to be a big play. Some of them, well, they're just destined to end in a minimal gain, and some of them will set up that critical play action for later.
They'll come to the line here, 2nd and 9. From the gun is Prescott. That one falls to the turf, couldn't hang on. It's incomplete. Looking for the back that time. So now it's going to be 3rd and long.
Well covered on that play. Really not a large window for him to sneak that throw in.
No connection on the last play, and now it's 3rd down. Prescott here from the gun. Pocket isn't holding up. They're able to drop him. And the defense comes through. That's going to back him up and bring up 4th down.
Sometimes I wish everybody could feel what that feels like. When you're a QB and you just feel the air in the pocket getting sucked out and you know there's no escape, it can be just one heck of a deflating feeling. Not for that defense who puts a sack on the board.
So 4th down brings out Brandon Aubrey to try for the Cowboys field goal. Definitely not an automatic here. This 41 yards away. Gay's kick is good. And that's going to break our tie and give him a 3-point advantage.
A dependable kicker, man. That is a coach's best friend. Saves him so much stress to have a guy he can really trust to go out and hit it from that distance consistently. Because from that far out, no kick is a guarantee.
Aubrey now to kick this one away. Fielded at the 7. The return manages to get just beyond the 30. The Giants and Malik Neighbors set to go to work again. And unless the coverage adjusts to slow him down, Brock, he's going to be busy and a productive target for them throughout the rest of this contest. Wilson out of the pistol. Catch made, Tyrone Tracy. And it's going to be about a 3-yard pickup in the end. It's Kenneth Murray on the tackle.
I call this quarterback's best friend. Some call it a safety valve, some call it automatic, but it's sure nice as a quarterback when you got a trusty running back over the middle of the field that you can depend on.
2nd down now, 7 to go. Shotgun snap, a gift to Tracy. And he's caught behind the line for a loss.
This is one of those situations, Kate, where I watch the body language of the running back because it'd be very easy for him to raise his hands up, look to the sideline in his O-line and go, what am I supposed to do there? There was nothing, no time at all to try and escape and react. Instead, it goes backwards.
It's 3rd and 8. Need to get a chunk here. Shotgun snap for Wilson. Brought in along the sideline. Just need an official ruling. And they say catch. Great play. 16 yards on the play. And it's good enough for a New York 1st down.
It was such a privilege for me to watch Marvin Harrison and Reggie Wayne in person in Indianapolis do their work. Darrell Jackson out in Seattle. They showed how great a deep out is as a chain-moving play. It's all about getting that leverage at the top of the route and then exploiting the leverage as that ball arrives on time downfield.
Finds him over the middle. And he's going to be drugged down, looks like at that 37-yard line. It's a great pickup, 16 yards, and now they've got 1st down.
You want to become a quarterback's best friend, do that. Turn a short little gain, a short little pass into some yards after catch, and that quarterback will find you again.
Markers reset, ball at the 37. 1st down throw from Wilson. And this time they're going to get there, and they drop him. And the big play drives them backwards. 2nd down coming up.
And look at that. All that effort and success from the previous play, it is gone. Credit to this defense who snapped and cleared. That's part of this game. You got to snap and clear. Give up a big play, come back and make a big one for yourself. And they do, getting home with that sack.
All right, here we go. 2nd down. Trying again, following the sack. It was there, but he couldn't hang on. That's incomplete.
Making it harder than it needs to be right there. Just get the catch first. Guarantee some yards. And then worry about escaping the defenders and getting upfield.
Last pass unsuccessful, and they have 3rd down here. From the gun, it's Wilson. Pocket isn't holding up. They're able to drop it. And the defense comes through to back him up ahead of 4th down.
Awareness. That's what I call it, okay? Awareness. You got to have a game awareness and understand the situation. 3rd and long, you should never take a sack. Put the ball in play or throw it away, but don't take a sack in that situation.
The Giants readying to punt, and they're going to send out the lefty, Jamie Gillen, for the kick. And it's away, but a total miss hit. You could tell as soon as it left his foot. This one headed for the sideline. So this one will go out of bounds, and they'll start the drive inside their own 30. They're out and set, 1st and 10. The Cowboys about set to take over. And their last drive did end in points. Not as many as they wanted, though. They had to settle for that field goal despite advancing the football pretty well. And he gets up for a gain of about 4.
That is just a good, solid run right there. I know, that's pretty basic commentary, but sometimes football can be basic. It keeps you on schedule, that kind of yards per carry, and you move the sticks.
2nd and 6 coming up here. Takes off right out of the read option. And they've got him behind the line for a big loss.
It's easy for me to say up here in the friendly confines of the booth, Kate, but that was not the right read. And you hate seeing him absorb yet another hit at the end of the play. You never want him taking unnecessary shots throughout this game.
Here he is on 3rd and long. He's on the move. Oh, he's going to run for it. And that's good yardage there with a new set of downs to boot. 1 quarter down for these two NFC East teams. Scoreboard shows 10-7. Back to AT&T Stadium in just a moment. Second quarter all set to begin, and it'll be Cowboys football. They've got 1st and 10 here, looking to add to their lead. Ferguson's got it, complete. He's got a gain of 6 there. Bobby Okereke making that stop.
He's just one of those guys, Kate. Even when he's not open, he's still a target thanks to that physicality and his ability to just play bully ball. They don't like forcing into coverage, but sometimes when you got a bully like him that can create space, you just find a way to get him the ball.
Dak off the play fake. Bails out of the pocket quick. And this time they're going to get there, and they drop him. And that pushes them back. 3rd down coming up.
That looked like they're trying to bootleg out of some of this chaos, Kate, and unfortunately, well, he gets trapped right in the middle 3rd, and you can't get to that space outside. You really do become a sitting duck in the middle of a broken play.
Five men in the secondary for the G-men now, ahead of 3rd down. Dak now from the gun. And he's in trouble and gets brought down again. And consecutive sacks have them staring at a tough 4th down.
And it just keeps coming, Kate. It just keeps coming. This defense relentless in this first half. 3rd time now this quarterback's got to pick himself off the turf. When they get in that locker room at halftime, it's going to be a quick one. I think the whole message is going to be, how do we protect our quarterback? Because if you can't do that, this offense can't get started.
Cowboys punting it away here on 4th, and it's the long-time vet Brian Engeron now. And he gets his guys a few yards before they bring him down on the return. Officially a 55-yard launch. And it'll be Giants football. Now here comes the New York offense. Now their last drive, not the one they want to replicate after they were forced to punt it away. Wilson now, 1st and 10. Quick slant, caught by Neighbors. Good little rip there, looks like about 6. Tackle made by Trayvon Diggs.
Good luck defending that short yardage slant. Just not going to happen. There's a reason this is a go-to play for just about any quarterback in every situation.
After a good pickup, they've got 2nd and 4. Short side option here. He's running left. And he'll go down, and we'll say right at the 39-yard line. That one ends up a gain of 6. And the Giants will have a 1st down.
The difference right there, Kate, between that gain and a big hit for a loss, some really quick decision-making. He made a quick read, saw the running back was going to get hit if he handed it, and he pulls it himself for a positive gain.
1st down, here's Russ. That's complete to Darius Slayton. And he made a bid for midfield there, but stopped on his own side at the 49. They come through with a nice gain there. Gain of 10, first down.
I love throwing on first down. And when you see a first down pass just like that, it's taking advantage of a matchup you plan for, and you go out and execute.
Wilson with it on first. Hits his running back. And he's going to be brought down after reaching the 43.
That's what you call efficiency. Exactly what you're looking for on first down. Textbook. It sets up second and very manageable, and it creates that space if you want to take a shot downfield.
After a good pickup, they're set up with second and short. Coming left is Tracy. Into the second level past the 30. It's a pickup of 33 yards. And it's good enough for a New York first down.
Those outside runs so critical for running back, quarterback, O-line to hit their targets. They got a target area to expose that defense and make the most of it. And that offense just put on display some teaching tape for it.
A new set of downs forthcoming. It's first and 10. Here's Tracy once more. And he only gets this one down to the 9. Just a gain of 1, and that brings up second and 9.
Hey, we know running the ball in the NFL is hard, and that play pretty indicative of it. Here's the key, though. At the end of the game, those type of plays got to be in the minority, and the majority have got to do some damage.
Wilson now from the gun. He has the New York touchdown. Great opportunity to find a touchdown there, Brock, and they come through with 6.
Receivers want the ball everywhere on the football field. But you start smelling the end zone, they really want their chance. And they will tell you as a quarterback, just give me an opportunity and I'll make a play. And he sure did.
Gano for the PAT. His kick is good, for the moment at least, as we've got a flag down on the field. I think they're going to get him for hitting the kicker. So they tag him for roughing the kicker, and now this kickoff's going to come from the 50. Let's see if they loft in and try to stick him deep. Gano ready to send this away. Turpin with a return. This return makes it up to the 25. Another drive coming up for this Dallas offensive unit. They struggled to produce on that last series, but better results ahead as they take possession here. Here's Prescott, first and 10. We've got a screen to the running back. And he crosses the sideline a yard or two beyond, it looks like the 30.
That is a textbook first down completion. Sets up second and very manageable and creates space to take that shot downfield.
Second and 3 now. Working out of the gun, it's Prescott. Got to him right as he threw it, and it falls to the ground.
This is why we hear about closing speed so often when you evaluate players. You know, once he senses the pressure, he's getting rid of that ball. It takes a player who can close quickly to get to him before it's released and alter that throw.
So after that prior incompletion, we've got third down. Now here's Prescott. Complete beyond the marker. And he'll pick up enough to move the chains.
You're not going to last long in the National Football League if you don't convert a good chunk of your third downs. Nice find there to continue the series.
New slate of downs to approach here from the 40. On first down, they'll run. And he won't win the race to the outside. That run's bottled up at the line. That tackle made by the rookie from Penn State.
Where one defender failed, well, his buddy was there to swarm to the ball and make that play just as it gets to the line of scrimmage.
Second and 10, need to get some positive yardage here. Throwing from the gun. This is complete, Jalen Tolbert. And he goes out, just needed one more step there to reach midfield.
I know I can sound like a broken record when I talk about timing and getting the ball out on time and on rhythm, but these outcuts, it is so imperative, and the best of them make it look oh so easy.
Third and just 2 to go. Back to throw, here's Dak. It's caught, Ferguson. And he's going to be brought down after reaching the 43. Give him 9 on that play, and it's enough for the first.
That's what we call situational football. You spend all week working on your nickel passing game package to take advantage of third downs just like that.
Let's see how they attack this first down, Brock, from the 43. Lone back gets the handoff. This is ahead for about 5. That was Kayvon Thibodeau there to wrap him up. Give him 5 on that carry, bring it up 2nd and 5. We're to the 2-minute warning from AT&T. The Cowboys pushing for a late spark before halftime. Halfway to the marker, it's 2nd and 5. From the 38. This ball's caught by Pickens. He gets forward, and that's about 4 yards. Bobby Okereke making that stop. Third and a lone yard coming up. Prescott here from the gun. Completed to his running back. And he's out of bounds just inside the red zone. That play gains 15, and it moves the sticks.
Something out of nothing, Kate, that may as well be listed on his resume because he's so good at it. Caught that one near the line, and after that, it was all him, turning a modest pass into far more than a modest gain.
They'll keep this drive moving and come to the line for 1st and 10. Working inside the red zone. Ferguson there to bring it in. And he'll go down. Looks like they're marking him at the 11.
That is the epitome of staying on schedule. That kind of completion right there on 1st down. Well, it opens up the entirety of the playbook for 2nd down. And with 3rd and short in your back pocket, you can get even more aggressive and take that shot.
Another throw for Prescott. Has it down close. And he's able to get it to the 2 before the stop. The Cowboys signaling for their first time out. They'll have 2 left to work with before halftime. Four downs now to get in. Here's 1st and goal. They'll try and punch it in. And he scampers ahead and gets 2 on the carry. Timeout taken by the offense, their 2nd. And they still have 1 in their pocket for what's left of this half. The nose of the football inside the 1. Here's 2nd and goal. Running for it again. And he's in for the touchdown. The Cowboys get some late points and the lead. So Brock, good work there to finish off the drive in the end zone and retake the lead.
You just get this feeling every once in a while in games, this sucker's going to be a back-and-forth football game. So what a great job offensively to jump out in front here in the first half of play.
For the point after, here's Aubrey. Extra point sent right down the middle. And the Cowboys push their lead to 3. Well, that right there is going to draw some significant ire from his coach. Close game, and he makes a critical mistake committing that personal foul.
Yeah, you're already fighting to erase the deficit. You cannot afford to give that offense gifts like that.
Aubrey now to kick this one away. And it bounces out of the end zone, so they'll set up shop at the 30. The Giants take over now late in this first half. And normally they'd need this out, Brock, but facing such a small deficit, good chance they try to get a field goal here before the break. They'll motion him out of the backfield. On first down, it's Wilson. Defender arrives right as the ball does, and the hit knocks it free. Incomplete. So they opt for the shorter pass later in the progression on that play, Brock, but man, the defense took that away too.
Well, what they tell us yesterday in those production meetings, nothing comes easy. No easy completions from shots down the field to those checkdowns to the running back. Wanted to make this offense earn everything, and they just did.
Shotgun snap for Wilson. Caught by Theo Johnson. They touch him down, but a great pickup, and it's good for a first. New set of downs for him from the 46. First down throw from Wilson. Next time they're going to get there, and they drop him. Timeout called, and that's going to be the second for New York. And they still have one in their pocket for what's left of this half. Everyone's prepped. It's second down now. Another try following the sack. Escapes the pocket. He takes it himself. They got 24 yards on the play. And the Giants will have a first down.
Man, I don't ever want to be a defensive coordinator. They do so many things right to take away the pass, and then what happens? Well, you get a quarterback that lowers his head, gashes the defense with one of the biggest runs of the game. You take away the pass, but you can't stop the QB run.
Graham Gano and the Giants field goal unit out. From the right hash, 55 yards out. And this one had a brief chance, but not a good kick in the end. He misses it. And they are unable to tie up this contest.
He was hitting from that distance pregame. Heck, we were on the field watching it, and they were confident he could do so again. Just did not work out this time around.
Looking to throw. He's going to loft one deep to the left. And that's going to be knocked away, incomplete. So we've hit the end of 2. The Cowboys fighting to the halftime lead here in Dallas. Now we'll head over to Orlando, Florida. Check in with Jonathan Coachman for the EA Sports Halftime Report.
All right, Kate, thanks very much. Back to you and Brock in a bit. But first, time for our EA Sports Halftime Report. This one's been as good as advertised. Just a field goal separating these two teams. This is a very level first half, and I'd expect to see more of the same after the break.
As always, a hat tip to Coach for his hard work during the break, as we're happy to welcome you all back for the start of our third quarter. Gray now on the return. Now bottle him up as he gets the return to the 30. The Giants and Russell Wilson headed back to the field now. And he has to be happy about his game. We're checking some of the highlights right now that he's made so far. A good showing that's seen him in the zone from time to time. And also he's just seen the field well from his spot in the middle of this offense. First and 10 now from the 30. Russ setting to throw. Into the hands of Neighbors. And he's got a decent gain before being brought down.
Every once in a while, it's fine to be conservative on first down, especially when you get enough to stay on schedule and get a little something coming out of it, too.
Halfway to the marker, it's 2nd and 5. From the 34. Connects with Johnson. And they'll make the stop up at the 46-yard line. They'll move the chains after that pickup of 12.
That's just great instincts. Go air it out on 2nd down rather than just play conservative and run it. They hit a weak point in the coverage and don't need to worry about 3rd down at all.
New set of downs for him from the 46. First down, here's Russ. And this one's up there, but a little too far up there.
Boy, offenses that connect in this intermediate zone are so effective. Getting the completion in that area, it not just sparks your offense, but it just turns that aggressive meter way up. They just couldn't quite find the connection.
So after the incompletion, here comes the 2nd down call. Sticking in the air with Wilson. Cowboys rushing in, and they bring him down. And that pushes them back. 3rd down coming up.
That sure ended up being a worst-case scenario. Pass rush just kept coming and bearing down. And he was looking for an escape that wasn't there. It's just one of those plays in hindsight, Kate, where you really got to understand, I got to cut bait, cut my losses, and avoid such a negative play.
So a really tough spot here. This is 3rd and a country mile. From the gun, it's Wilson. And he's there to knock away the pass and force a 4th down.
That's just simply great positioning to swat the ball away. He stayed in a spot where he could disrupt the throw before the target and make a play on it.
The Giants are set to punt. And he'll try to have his 2nd punt top his 1st one. Starts the return at the 34. And before that return amounts to much, they bring him down. Call that one a 44-yard punt. And the Cowboys will get set to go on offense. First down, here's Dak. Ferguson's got it, complete. And the tackle's made just beyond midfield at the 48. It's a gain of 12 there. And that's good for a Cowboys 1st down.
That is what elite offenses are all about. Why worry about 3 downs when you need only 1? Move the chains in one play and keep driving that defense backwards.
They'll run here on 1st down. And he's able to work this down to the 41. Call it 7 yards, and now they'll have 2nd down and 3.
So much to like about that run, Kate, particularly what he was able to get out of it. The defense, I think, feels a little fortunate they were able to track him down before an even bigger run and crossing that 1st down marker.
From the 41. Dump off caught by his back. And they make the stop. We're going to say at about the 37-yard line. It's a 4-yard gain, and that's going to get him across the marker and earn the 1st.
At that down and distance, this group was pretty confident a screen would get him enough yards for the 1st, and it did. And so long as it keeps working like that, I bet you it'll be a go-to play for them when they need it the next time.
Throwing on 1st is Prescott. Completed here to Pickens. And he's able to drive this to the 29 before the stop.
It's not just imperative that a quarterback knows man or zone. Same thing for a receiver, especially on a drag route. When he sees zone coverage like that, just settle down, find the soft spot, and give your quarterback a chance.
After a good pickup, they're set up with 2nd and short. Working out of the gun, it's Prescott. They left him wide open. It's complete. And he takes it into the end zone for a Dallas touchdown. The Cowboys push their lead further to start the half. George Pickens the touchdown. Well, in a close game, they needed somebody to make that type of play. Now it pushes their lead to a couple of scores and makes a comeback that much more difficult.
You know, Kate, their offense did its part and padded the lead. Now it's up to this defense to make this two-score lead hold up and carry it across the finish line.
For the point after, here's Aubrey. The point after splits the uprights. And the Cowboys make it a 10-point ball game. Aubrey now to kick this one away. Gray now on the return. And in the end, he's able to get it to what used to be a touchback. It's at the 25 after the return. New York taking over once again. The offense heading out. And this game might be going better if he could have some more time just to work back there. This pass rush has been all over them. Really keeps taking this offense out of any grooves that they've managed to get into.
Okay, I like to say in life there's energy givers and there's energy vampires.
Yeah.
And for this defense, these sacks right here, they're such energy givers. And, man, it's like a vampire sucking the juice out of an offense.
Yeah, I love that. And they finally bring him down, but that is a big gain and a new set of downs. How about a big hitter, 30, 40 yards there and a new set of downs?
You know, Kay, we often talk about flipping the field in special teams, right? A kick return, a good punt. Well, an explosive play like that does the exact same thing. Look at the difference in field position. By hitting on that shot, you've totally flipped the field and the tone of this drive.
So the big play gets him inside the opposing 45, Brock, with a new set of downs to boot. He'll dump this one off to his running back, complete. And he gets him around 6 there. It's Kenneth Murray on the tackle.
These intermediate gains, that's the wheelhouse for these two to connect on. Start the series off well. It sure keeps the defense on its toes in case they try to load up and just simply cover the receivers.
After a good pickup, they've got 2nd and 4. From the 36. That pass is caught by Wan'Dale Robinson. And he's tackled with the first down yardage.
I'm sure coach and play caller doesn't mind making the job a little bit easier. You know, play calling's a lot simpler and easier when you count on the offense to move the chains on those early downs.
All right, all set up now. 1st and 10. Throwing again. Here's Wilson. He keeps those feet in and makes the catch.
That one came with a higher degree of difficulty. He had to balance focusing on the catch while staying in bounds.
After a good pickup, they're set up with 2nd and short. Russ is cooking again. Quick slant caught by Neighbors. And he'll pick up enough to move the chains.
Move the chains! Gotta move them chains! Build momentum and keep that defense on its heels.
The drive picks up here, 1st and 10. Wilson to throw again. He's got it! Touchdown, New York! All right, so the offense does its job, Brock. Now they need their defense to give them a chance to overcome that big deficit.
The momentum in the building's clearly changed. We can feel it here in the booth, but you're right. It's now up to the defense to make a stop and give them a chance.
Gano for the PAT. Right down the middle, it's good. And the Giants cut it to a field goal game. Ball is set up, and it's away. Just a three-point game now. Turpin with a return. And in the end, Brock, an exciting touchback as the return comes out to the 30. The Cowboys and quarterback Dak Prescott ready to get back to work. And he'll be happy to keep letting it fly as much as he has all game. Look at these numbers. They show just how effective he's been in captaining this offense. And the receiver's going to take this one on the jet sweep. And he found some running room for a nice gain. It's a solid 7-yard pickup on first down. Now they're going to have 2nd and 3.
Well, I know this. This staff loves the athleticism and versatility he brings to the offense. That's not only as a receiver, but as someone who can take occasional carries and turn them into good yards.
Now the first run of the game for Javonte Williams. And he's tackled with the first down yardage.
Well, looky here. You don't even have to worry now about a third down call as that run moves the sticks. Now that call you had ready, though, you can recycle it. Save it for later for that next third down coming.
1st and 10 from the 41. Dak now from the gun. Has him on the quick hitter. And he made a bid for midfield there, but stopped on his own side at the 49.
Kate, one thing I learned from the late, great Mike Leach is, yeah, the system was called air raid, but it wasn't just attacking downfield. His philosophy, and it played out right there, is you have to attack every inch of the field, both vertically and horizontally, without routes or in routes just like that.
Dak off the play fake. That's completed right side. And they catch up to him, but not until he's got a huge gain and a first down. This one goes for an even 25 yards. And it'll be first down, Dallas.
I may love watching a great thrower, but I love watching a well-done route too, Kate. Make that guy think you're trying to stack him only to drop your hips and cut right inside. Some good work to help reset those chains.
Still on the move, coming to the line for 1st and 10. Prescott here from the gun. He's on the move. Steps up, and he's running with it. And he hits the deck after setting him up with 1st and goal. He finds him 16 yards and a new set of downs. A touchdown aside in that frame as we run out of time in the 3rd quarter. The Cowboys have it with a lead, but the win's not secure just yet. A new set of downs awaits them. Here's 1st and 10. Out of the gun, they'll give it to him inside. And they bring him down pretty quickly at the 10. Only gets a yard there to make it 2nd and 9.
You know, not a ton of yards, but still showing that commitment to the ground game. The type of run that keeps the defense from loading up in coverage and focusing entirely on that passing game.
Another carry for him. And once again, he doesn't manage much before getting brought down. A gain of 2 follows up a gain of 1, and now they're left with 3rd and 7.
You know, they got some positive yards. That's a good thing. But too many plays like that, it just is too hard to pile together, get first downs against the better defenses in this league.
Prescott now on 3rd down. Drops back. Needs an open man.
Everybody wants to play quarterback until a play like that. Almost no resistance off the ball and the defense ready to maul you. It was all he could do to get rid of it before he gets just clocked.
So a big kick coming up for Brandon Aubrey. A very short kick here from the right hash. Flying down the heart of the lane, and it's good! And now their lead will push out beyond a field goal.
So after that make, a field goal won't cost them a lead, but a touchdown still ties it, or likely probably puts them down a point. Okay, this is one of those moments where the defense now has clarity. They know what the stakes are and what they have to defend.
Aubrey now to kick this one away. Here's a return from the 7. He stopped on the return at the 27. The offense returning to the field now as we get a look at their wideouts. And he's been reading the coverage, dare I say, Brock, even better than his quarterback has all game. I mean, he just continues to find openings and make plays in this second half. A give to Tracy up the middle. And his effort results in maybe 2 yards, but nothing more.
That's a pretty good stop on first down. This defense now gets a chance to dictate, and that's what all the great defenses want to do, Kate. They want to dictate it on their terms and not just be reacting to what the offense is always doing.
8 yards to go. Let's see how they approach this second down. Russ now from the gun. He finds Slayton. And he'll get it up near the 38-yard line before going down. He manages a gain of 8 there. And it's good enough for a New York first down.
There's no question the greatest concern there was just getting the first down. You want a high percentage throw, and you're not really concerned about big yards. Well, the drag route was perfect. He comes open in the short field. It's easy to zip that throw right in there and reset those chains.
And he's brought down for a loss.
Well, he was supposed to be the one who chipped away a few and got a new set of downs started right in rhythm. Instead, he's now forced to pick himself from behind the line thanks to a great effort defensively.
Back to the line they go. It's second down. Blitz coming. Russ gets this to Johnson. And he'll be out of bounds right along the 40.
There's no negatives ever on a grade sheet for a completion, but that's one of those situations. If you're going to take a risk and throw an out route, you'd sure like to see a little bit more yardage gained.
All right, Cowboys showing nickel set, third down. Wilson looking to throw. That one's incomplete. Had the connection, but some stone hands got in the way there. That's one he knows he should have had. And they're going to be stuck with a 4th and long.
You know, I'm not sure if he was hearing footsteps or just had a surprise break in concentration. So unusual to see one dropped unless there's a hit involved.
4th down, and on comes the punt team, and the kick's away. And some textbook work covering that punt. It is stopped after almost nothing on the return. And that punt reaches 50 yards. And they're going to take over possession. First and 10, Prescott. And this one's dropped for what would have been a nice gain.
Can't cover it much better than that. Really well covered, Kate, on that play. There just simply was not a window for him to sneak that throw in.
No dice on that prior pass. Here's second down. Throwing again is Dak. He's got it to him yet again. That is caught. And it's good yardage, but they tackle him short of the sticks.
The goal of running that drag route is to get it to him for at least a minimal gain with space to add after that. They picked up a good chunk, and there was nearly room to add even more.
All plays on the table here for 3rd and 3. From the gun is Prescott. Complete beyond the marker. And they'll make the stop up at the 46-yard line. Pickup of 12 on that play. And that's good for a Cowboys first down.
You know, they call that the money down for a reason, because you're just simply not going to last long in the NFL if you don't convert a good portion of your third downs. It's the money down. And nice to see them roll the dice and continue the series.
New set of downs for him from the 46. Here's Prescott, 1st and 10. Completed over the middle. And he pushes this down to the 42 before going down. And it'll be first down, Dallas.
Nice to see that connection, that chemistry working between the two of them.
They'll head up first and 10 from the 42. Dak out of the pistol. Completed here to Pickens. And that tackle stops him after a solid gain.
Kate, if you and I took a whirlwind tour and watched young quarterbacks, the hardest route to complete is this one. A lot of them could throw go routes and slants and drags and in cuts, but throwing that out route takes some time, takes some precision, and a whole bunch of trust between QB and receiver.
Off the play fake, hits Prescott. Flushed out of the pocket. He's going to tuck it and run. And this is down to the 28 before the defense halts it. Give him 8 yards on the play. And that's good for a Cowboys first down.
You know, that's one of those little mental Rolodex plays. Right before the snap, you know if the read isn't there, that option isn't there, you can use your legs to make the adjustment and go get the first down.
Throwing on first is Prescott. Short pass brought in. They rip off a big chunk of field, and it sets him up with first and goal.
I think my favorite part was the magic he worked after the catch. The way he took the completion and made so much more out of it by adding all the extra yardage.
All set up for an insurance score here. It's first and goal. Now a give on the counter. And he can only manage 1 yard. The defenders were at the ready to bring him down.
Okay, all right. There's a little progress on first and goal. You keep it safe, you push a little closer, and now you're set up for what you want to do on second down.
We've reached the 2-minute warning from Dallas. Cowboys up by 6. Another chance at it on second and goal, still from the 5. They're running again. And he runs it across. Touchdown! The Cowboys go up by 12 in the 4th. It's what every player who scores a touchdown wants to do, Brock. He wants to get right back there and put another 6 on the board.
I've never met an NFL player content with one end zone trip in a game.
Nope.
Yeah, if you're content, you're not making it to this league. You get one, you're instantly thinking of another, and the fortunate few are able to actually deliver on it.
The Cowboys offense remains on the field. They're going to line up and go for 2 here. He's throwing for it. And he's into the end zone for 2. That sets him up with a 14-point lead.
That's about trust. Trusting your QB is going to make the right decision on these crucial scoring plays. He found his read, and he made the connection for 2.
Aubrey now to kick this one away. Kickoff taken at the 3. This return makes it up to the 25. Oh, hang on there. Hang on a moment. Looks like we've got an injured player on the kick return. They're going to check on him now. Offense ready to begin this drive. First and 10. Shotgun snap for Wilson. That one is incomplete. Couldn't hang on through the contact. Hit arrived as the ball did to break things up. So it'll be second down. You go middle of the field against zone coverage, Brock. You know this firsthand. You are throwing into rush hour. And there aren't a lot of easy completions to be found in that part of the field.
Yeah, and a lot of those throws, Kate, you're signing your guy up to take some sort of hit. It's on you to protect your guys. Credit that defense for flying around and making the...
And down he goes. The Cowboy defense gets it done. And they'll try to build on that big stop.
As much as we talk about offenses wanting to stay ahead of the chains, They want to stay on script. Well, a defense, they want to rip that script up. And a sack like that, creating third and extra longs, it's exactly how you get it done.
Now to throw. And like an empty wrapper, he just throws that one away.
So many coaches love third downs, and they practice them so much, Kate. Why? Because they're the money down in the NFL. Whether it's a close game already out of hand, coaches know, got to execute and convert on these third downs.
Third down pass didn't work, but the offense staying out there on fourth. Here he is to throw. A bit of desperation on this deep shot. And that one's going to be knocked away, and that's going to force a change in possession. So the defense rises to the challenge and gives the ball back to their offense.
Well, I think every analytics book out there, Kate, said you got to go for it. You're in four-down territory, down a couple scores here in the fourth. But now it's all about the defense. Can the defense come with a quick turnover or a stop to somehow, some way, spark a comeback?
And the drive will start out with a 1st and 10. Here's a give up the middle. And this play reaches the 12-yard line before the stop is made. The Giants using their first timeout. And they are quite frustrated having to call that after giving up the first. And they've got themselves another 1st and 10. Back-to-back carries here. And he only gets this one down to the 9. Timeout called, and that's going to be the 2nd for New York. And they'll have just one left to burn now. Second down now, 7 to go. Back to the well again. And he's tackled after gaining a handful. The defense takes its 3rd and final timeout. That's all they had, so the offense free to start running the clock down now. Setting up for the kneel down on 3rd. They drop to a knee, and what little time we have left here is going to tick down.
There's still some time to bleed off the clock, but the important factor is that the defense is helpless to stop it. You could just run that clock down as far as you're able and take off every single second.
So 4th down brings out Brandon Aubrey to try for the Cowboys field goal. High percentage look for him here from the left hash. Gay's kick is good. And that makes this a 3-score game.
We got ourselves a 3-score game now after that make. It's got to feel like it's going to just about do it with any hopes of a comeback still smoldering. I think these kickers enjoy those opportunities, Kate, to be the one to kick this lead out of range.
Aubrey now to kick this one away. And no return as this bounces through the end zone for a touchback. The Giants offense all set to get started. And they can really do what they want with these last couple of snaps afforded to them because the outcome already decided. 1st and 10 now from the 30. Throwing is Wilson. And this won't be caught. Clock is going to stop. We've got 14 seconds to go.
You really want those throws to be like clockwork for your offense. Every team needs to hit passes in that short to intermediate range to effectively move the ball.
Couldn't connect on 1st. It's 2nd down. Wilson now from the gun. Passing struggles bleeding over from that last play. He's forced to get rid of this one. No connection on the last play, and now it's third down. Now here's Russ. Pocket isn't holding up. They're able to drop it. And the defense comes through. That's going to back them up and bring up fourth down. So it's a win for the Cowboys. This was a game they had circled a long time ago, Brock. You bring a division rival into your building, you want to make a statement at their expense and get that W.
We know it's not just an axiom, right, that it's so hard to win any game in the NFL. It is. They're difficult to do. But a division rival in your own building, it almost feels like a must-win, and that's the juice they played with today.
So for Brock Heward, our incredible crew, everybody here at EA Sports, I'm Kate Scott signing off. We'll see you next time. The Cowboys are winners as we say so long from Dallas.